graders, welcome back. I hope that you all had a wonderful and blessed Easter. I'm back with my YouTubes, and our first YouTube is our math video. This is our math YouTube video. Not now, but a little later, we're going to be starting division. But I wanted to go over your math packet with you so you know what is in the packet. Okay? So the first page you opened to, this should look familiar. This is your multiplication chart. This chart you can also use for division. So you can use this until you know by memory your math facts, your multiplication facts, and your division facts. Okay? This worksheet is going to consist of both multiplication to remind us how to do it. So the first page is multiplying, multiplication facts, 4s and 5s. And then the second page is dividing by 4s and 5s. But first I want to review how we use that the multiplication chart and the division chart to figure out the answer. Okay? And because we're using the 4s and the 5s, we'll start with something times 4. So I picked 2 times 4. Okay? And you'll remember that we say columns times rows is going to give us the answer. So 2 is in the column, so we go to the column, columns go down, rows go across. So in column we find number 2, and in rows we find number 4. Column 2, row 4. What is that answer? What is 2 times 4? 8. Okay? So that's how you can use it for multiplication. And if you'll remember, multiplication and division are related in those 3 factors. So 2 times 4 equals 8, but you can also think backwards. 8 divided by 4 equals 2, and 8 divided by 2 equals 4. Okay? So it should help you a little bit that now some of you know your multiplication facts. Okay, so we'll use this a little bit later to show you the division problem. But until then, I want to go over because you haven't seen them except for last time, and I didn't make it clear to you. These are your new, remember we used to do your multiplication flashcards? These are your division flashcards. And because we did the 2s already, now we're on the 3s, so all these are division problems divided by 3. See the 3 here. Now, these 3 sheets of paper, this time I wrote a little note that says, please cut apart and use as flashcards to memorize division facts. So I already cut them apart for you. And we'll practice how to read these in a minute, how to correctly read these. But you can write the answer on the back. So 9 divided by 3 equals 3. So I can write 3 on the back. Okay, 12 divided by 3 is 4. I'm going to show you how to use them. 24 divided by 3 is 8. So remember when we did our multiplication facts, we only take 3 or 4 or 5 at a time. So I'm flashing them to myself. I'm saying 4, 8, 3, and if I get them quick enough, then I can add another one. Okay? Then I'd be saying 1, 2, 3, 8, 4. I'm saying them quickly enough so I can add another. If I wasn't saying them quickly enough, if I was doing this, if I was saying then I have too many in here. Take 1 out and just do 2 at a time. 2, 3, 3, 2. Then I can add 1. I got my speed going. 8, 2, 3. Okay, so get your speed up. And if you're going too slow, take some out. Do 3 or 4 at the most at a time until you get them down. This is your Mad Minute Math test. Okay? You can, if you don't finish the whole thing, maybe you only go, some kids are doing 50 in a minute when we were doing our multiplication, some weren't. So maybe you can use it more than once, okay? So if you only finish, but this is how many division problems you can do in a minute, Okay, so mom or dad can do your minute test with you. Okay, so I wanted to explain about these don't get returned. These are keep home. Okay, so you can practice. I even put mine, I put my little math minute test, and I put mine in a little plastic baggie, or you could use a envelope, or you could, like we did in class, put a paper clip around, and I even write on here. These are the ones that are dividing by 3. That way I keep them all together. Okay? Okay, so the next thing I wanted to review before we start our division problem is using the chart to do division problems. So, if my problem were, instead of 2 times 4 equal 8, if my problem were 8 divided by 4 equals what? Okay. Now I start the opposite. This is the number that's inside. So I find an 8 with a 4 in the column. So I find columns 4, okay, go to the 8, and what's above it? 2. Okay, so I know the answer is 2. Okay, if I'm doing, let's do another one. If I'm doing a division problem and I don't know the answer, okay, I'm going to find 32 in the white, and then I'm going to find 8 in a column, and I'll see what's in a row. So I find 32 where 8 is here, so go down to 8, find 32, and then go up. It's 4. The answer is 4. Okay? We'll do one more so you can get the pattern. Okay, what if I did 20 divided by 4? Okay? So 20 is going to be in here. For division, you're starting in here. So I'm going to find 20 with a 4 in a column. So I'm going to go to the 4s in the column, go to 20, and what number is above it? 5. You can use your columns while you're memorizing your facts. Very important for next year to know these, okay? Because they're going to go really fast and it's going to slow you down if you don't know these. Okay, so now we're going to start our first division problem. Let's see, we'll use the one on your sheet. I can find it here. Okay. This is dividing 1-digit numbers. That means there's only 1 digit. Now first, before we do that, I want to explain some of these problems. Okay, before we do the first problem, I can say division problems 2 different ways. I can say 8 divided by 4 equals 2, or I can say 8 divided by 4 equals 2. Okay? So these have names to them now. Remember we talked about how in the multiplication problems you had factors and you had products for the answer? Well, the same thing. We have definitions for these too. Or also, I should say. So the number inside, write it like this. The number, I call this the house. This means divided by. Okay, so the number inside the house, which is the number you always say first, is called the dividend. Okay, so it's some number divided by, and because you say divided by, this is called the divisor. This is the number divisor. And then the answer is called the quotient. So this number inside is called the dividend. So you take the dividend divided by the divisor, and you get the answer, which is called the quotient. Okay? So, in this problem, and what number do I say always first when it's written like this? The number inside the house. 20 divided by 4 equals 5. Okay? So, if I'm looking at this problem, if I say, what is the divisor? What is the number we're dividing by? The divisor is 4. What is the answer to the problem? The answer to the problem is 5. 5 is called the quotient. Okay? And then the number inside the house, okay, is called the dividend. Okay? We have some vocabulary. So now we're going to do a little harder division problems. This problem I'm doing right here. 96 divided by 3. 96 divided by 3. Okay? So you're getting older now and getting farther on in division. So we have some little rules now. Okay? Whenever we do a division problem like this, we look at the first number, okay, which is called the dividend. 96 is the dividend. Look at the first number of the dividend, which is 9. Okay? I want you to become aware if this number, the first number, is equal to the divisor or more. Because you do different things. So that's the first thing you're always doing. Is 9 equal to or more than 3? And it's more than 3, so we can use this column. We'll talk about other ways before. As long as this number is equal to 3 or larger, we can use this column. Okay? And what I mean by column, again, okay, so this first column here. So I do this number first because we're going to use it because it's 3 or larger. 9 is larger than 3. Okay? So my first division problem is 9 divided by 3. And 9 divided by 3 is 3. So I'm going to put the 3 right in this column because we're using this column. Now there's a little pattern that we're going to learn. I'm going to give you the saying first. Does McDonald's serve burgers? Okay? Does McDonald's serve burgers? Does McDonald's serve burgers? So that's our pattern. We're going to divide, then we're going to multiply, then we're going to subtract, then we're going to bring down. That's what it stands for. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. Okay, does McDonald's serve burgers? So, we did our first step already. We said this number inside here is larger than 3, so we're going to use it, so we're going to divide. So what was our first division problem? 9 divided by 3, and we said it was 3. So we did this already. We divided. What's our second step? To multiply. So what's our multiplication problem? We take the number we just found, 3 times 3, and we times these two. This is a pattern. 3 times 3 equals 9. Okay, so we just did the multiplication problem. Our next problem is to subtract, and we subtract here. What is 9 minus 9? 0. Did we do our subtraction problem? Yes. What's our last one? To bring down. If there's another number above here, you bring it down. So this 6 needs to be brought down. Okay? Now we have another division problem. Okay? We're done with this column. This column's done. So we're moving now to this column. What's in this column? A 6. 6. So now we're going back to our pattern. Divide. 6 divided by 3. What's 6 divided by 3? We're in this column now, so we're going to write a 2. So we just divided. What's our multiplication problem? We're not using this number. We're using this number. 2 times 3. Where do we write the answer here? 6. Okay? We just multiplied. Now we subtract. 6 minus 6 is 0. We just subtracted. Do we have another number to bring down? No. When you don't have another number to bring down or there's nothing left, then we're done. Okay? So now we're all done. We don't have to bring. There's no number up here to bring down. Okay? what is the answer to 96 divided by 3? The answer is 32. Now, there's a way to check that. How can I check that? Well, if I take this number here and times it by this, I should get 96. So now I'm checking my work, okay? 32 times 3 should equal this number. If it doesn't, our problem is not correct. 2 times 3, 6. 3 times 3, 9. This checks. It's correct. Okay? Now we'll do one more problem and see if we can do the same thing again. Okay, so now we're going to take 84 divided by 2. Okay, does McDonald's serve burgers? Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. Okay, first thing we look at, remember we have to look at our first column first. Okay. Okay, so I'm looking at my first column here underneath the house. Remember, this problem reads 84 divided by 2. I could have also written it like this. Same problem, okay? But it's easier to solve if I don't know it by heart, like this. So that's why we write it like this. Okay, I'm looking at my first column. 8 is the first number. Is 8 equal to or larger than 2? Yes. So I'm going to use this column. So what is my first step? My first step is my division problem. Divide. 8 divided by 2. What is that answer? If you don't know, you'd use your chart. But I know 8 divided by 2 equals 4. I did my division problem. What's next? Multiply. 4 times 2 equals 8. We did that part. Subtract. 8 minus 8 is 0. I did that. Bring down. Is there a number to bring down? There sure is. Bring the 4 down. Now I have to do it again because I have a number here. Okay? And also because this number is larger than 2, so we still can divide it up again. Okay, it's equal to 2 or larger. 4, we're in this column now. Okay, so we have 4. What's our division problem? 4 divided by 2. So 4 divided by 2 equals 2. We did that. Multiply. 2, not the 42, just the 2, just the numbers in this column. 2 times 2 equals 4. Subtract. 4 minus 4 equals 0. Okay. Is there anything left to bring down? Nope. There's nothing in this column to bring down. Okay. So, the answer, the problem, 84 divided by 2 equals 42. How could I check it? I'm checking it by taking these two and multiplying. 42 times 2, and I should get 84. So I'm taking the quotient times the divider, the quotient times the divisor, and looking to see if the dividend, which is this number, is 84. 2 times 2 equals 4. 4 times 2 equals 8. They match, so it's checked. So that's enough for this video, but we're going to go into our next video when we're going to be doing the next worksheet, which is quotients with remainders, meaning it's a number that doesn't split up evenly, but we'll talk about that next time. Thank you. Goodbye, third